He looked straight into the camera and said it. "It's not my son's pain." The internet froze. His daughter cried, and his so-called soulmate began to unravel. In one confession, Kody Brown exposed a family already drowning in secrets. And behind him, Robyn, the favorite wife, was hiding a truth of her own. A truth that could rewrite everything fans thought they knew. Tonight, we uncover the moment the Brown family broke the shocking confession, the forbidden romance, and the silent rebellion that might end it all.
So much to make sure
if you ever believed love could survive control, this story will change your mind. Part 1. To understand Kody's confession, we have to return to the moment the Brown family stopped being a family. There was once laughter in the cul-de-sac, 4 wives, 1 dream, and children who believed their father was a protector. But as Christine's independence grew, Janelle's patience faded, and Meri's loneliness deepened, Kody clung to the one wife who still believed in him, Robyn. Now, the man once celebrated for unity faces isolation, and in the shadows, his children, especially Pedon, carry scars that no camera fully captured. But Kody's next words wouldn't just expose his guilt. They'd ignite a storm of outrage across America. In a private recording later leaked online, Kody allegedly says, "I can't own my son's pain, it's not mine." To fans, it was a dagger. To Pedon, it was validation. For years, he claimed his father turned a blind eye to his emotional wounds while protecting Robyn's children instead. The backlash was instant. Women who once sympathized with Kody now saw a man disconnected from his own blood. But while the world debated Kody's heart, one of his daughters was living a secret that could change everything. Aurora Brown, Robyn's eldest daughter, grew up sheltered, private, and fiercely loyal to her mother. Yet behind her quiet demeanor, a love story was unfolding in secret. Sources close to the family suggest Aurora began seeing someone outside the faith, someone Kody never approved of. A relationship that tested the limits of his already fractured control. When Kody learned of the romance, insiders say he demanded Robyn put a stop to it. But Aurora, perhaps inspired by Christine's freedom, refused. And that refusal might be the Brown family's next breaking point. Robyn found herself trapped between her husband's control and her daughter's heart. Friends described nights of tears, unanswered calls, and an unspoken fear that Aurora would choose love over loyalty. Anonymous Friend 1. Robyn was terrified not just of losing her daughter, but of losing the only piece of Kody's love she still had left. Meanwhile, Pedon and Christine watched from a distance, calling it karma. The son whose pain was dismissed now watched his father face a different kind of betrayal. But then, a new photo leaked online Aurora holding hands with her boyfriend at a concert in Flagstaff. The family could no longer pretend. What Kody did next would shock even his most devoted fans. According to multiple sources, Kody cut off communication with Aurora for weeks. He refused to attend a family event and told a friend, "I can't watch another child throw away their values." But here's the twist no one saw coming. Aurora's boyfriend wasn't an outsider. After all, he was a former family friend connected to the Brown circle, someone Kody once trusted. The revelation left Robyn devastated and fans stunned. Was this rebellion or revenge for years of control? And just as the truth surfaced, Kody made one final move that would erase what was left of the family bond. In the days after his confession and Aurora's reveal, Kody was seen alone, no wives, no children, no supporters. Online, fans voiced a collective cry for accountability. How can he say it's not his son's pain? Aurora deserves freedom like Christine. Robyn needs to wake up. Even longtime viewers, women who once related to Robyn's devotion, now speak of liberation and self-worth. Perhaps this isn't the end of the Brown story. Maybe it's a rebirth of individual voices long silenced. What do you think of Kody's confession and Aurora's choice? Should a father's faith dictate his child's freedom? Tell us below. Part 2. When Robyn Brown entered Kody's life in 2010, it was like a fairy tale injected into chaos. The new wife, the young mother, the fresh energy the family needed. Kody called her his soul connection. The other wives called it the beginning of the end. From the moment she joined, Robyn's lifestyle transformed: new home, priority attention, emotional validation, and fame. But behind that soft smile, fans now say, Robyn's love might have been strategic. If Robyn's heart was never truly in love, what was she really chasing? In a viral Reddit thread with over 10,000 upvotes, fans laid out their case. Robyn never loved Kody. She loved the idea of being chosen. Robyn fell in love with the spotlight, the control, not the man. She thought being the favorite meant peace. Now it's her prison. Once the show turned her into Kody's confidant, she became the face of his affection and the shield against his collapse. But with Christine gone, Janelle detached, and Meri invisible, that spotlight turned harsh. Robyn wasn't the adored wife anymore. She was the last one standing, and now she's trapped. What happens when the favorite wife becomes the only one left to blame? Multiple insiders claim that Kody's presence in Robyn's life has become suffocating. Without the balance of plural marriage, his attention, once a privilege, now feels like a burden. The cameras once caught glimpses Kody talking over her, making decisions she didn't seem to want. Fans began noticing the micro-expressions, discomfort disguised as devotion. It's not anger in her eyes anymore, it's exhaustion. Could it be that Robyn finally sees what Christine saw years ago? To understand Robyn's position, we need to look deeper at the emotional ecosystem Kody built. Experts on religious and emotional control say this dynamic creates dependency where affection feels like survival. When you remove the other wives, you remove the mirrors that reflect reality. Robyn now lives in Kody's emotional echo chamber. And the cost? Her independence. The woman who once seemed empowered now appears lost, caught between defending her husband and resenting the life that came with him. But just when fans thought Robyn was powerless, one subtle move changed everything. In a shocking turn, fans noticed something different in late 2025. Robyn stopped wearing her signature necklace, the one symbolizing her bond with Kody. It seemed small, almost forgettable, but to Sister Wives viewers, it was a silent rebellion, a symbol that Robyn might be emotionally checking out. Sources say Robyn has been confiding more in her older children, spending long hours alone, and quietly pulling back from filming commitments. Could it be that the woman who once fought for Kody is now planning a quiet escape? And if she leaves, will Kody have anyone left? The internet has spoken. For the first time, fans feel sympathy for Robyn, the woman they once blamed for breaking a family. Maybe she's realizing Kody's not who she thought. She didn't win, she's trapped. Meanwhile, Kody continues to insist he's the victim of betrayal, blind to the irony of a life built on control, now collapsing under its own weight. Perhaps Robyn's story isn't about being the favorite. Maybe it's about finally finding her voice. Do you believe Robyn ever truly loved Kody, or was it all about the lifestyle? Drop your thoughts below. Let's deep dive in full details. Part 3. To understand Kody's confession, we return to where the fractures began, the golden era of sister wives, circa 2010. Polygamy wasn't just a faith, it was an experiment in trust. 4 women, 1 husband, and an unspoken hierarchy that no one dared to name. By 2021, Christine walked out. Janelle detached. Meri was a ghost. And Robyn, the once adored favorite, became the face of everything fans resented. Online, the narrative flipped. Viewers saw not romance, but reward a woman elevated by the cameras, now trapped by the same man who built her pedestal. But while fans blamed Robyn, Kody's children were quietly carrying their own secrets. It began as a leaked audio clip, a private conversation never meant for public ears. Those words ignited outrage. Kody Brown, already outspoken on TikTok, confirmed what fans feared: his father's empathy had limits. In polygamous families, emotional validation is currency. When Kody withdrew it, every relationship collapsed, including his with Robyn. By 2025, the family's legal battles were long over, but the emotional toll was not. The patriarch was spiritually bankrupt. And just as Kody's public image reached its lowest point, another secret, this time from inside his own home, would surface. Robyn's eldest daughter, Aurora, once called Kody her bonus dad. But as the cameras turned away, Aurora was falling in love with someone Kody didn't approve of. Insiders close to the production confirmed that Aurora began seeing a non-Mormon family friend. Kody, already paranoid from public backlash, saw it as betrayal. Robyn pleaded for understanding. Kody demanded obedience. Fans connected the dots. While Kody publicly shamed his son's emotions, he privately tried to police his daughter's heart. But what neither Robyn nor Kody realized: Aurora's defiance would mirror Robyn's own hidden doubts. For years, viewers saw Robyn as the villain, but in 2025, her facade began to crack. She admitted she never expected to be the only one left. With Christine, Janelle, and Meri gone, Kody's obsessive presence became suffocating. When a relationship is built on scarcity and control, affection can feel like surveillance. Robyn's fans saw it: the avoidance, the hesitation, the quiet isolation. She once loved the privilege. Now she feared the cage. I used to hate Robyn. Now I just feel sorry for her. User at Mama3AZ. But soon, a small gesture would spark the internet's wildest theory that Robyn was planning her silent rebellion. Late summer 2025. A TLC promo still drops. Robyn isn't wearing her signature necklace, the one Kody gifted her on their wedding day. Fans noticed instantly. To them, it wasn't fashion, it was rebellion. The symbol of Kody's love was gone. Behind the scenes, sources say Robyn has been refusing certain filming segments and spending more time with her older kids. She's quietly pulling back an emotional exit in slow motion. Meanwhile, Kody's confession continued to haunt him. Public sentiment plummeted. He was no longer the man with 4 wives, he was the man no one wanted. As Aurora embraced freedom, and Robyn questioned loyalty, Kody stood alone, a symbol of control without connection. But one final moment, a single sentence would change everything. In a 2025 interview clip rarely aired on TV, Robyn was asked, "Do you still believe Kody is your soulmate?" She paused for nearly 8 seconds, then whispered, "I don't know anymore." That hesitation said what no press statement could. For years, she was the favorite wife. Now, she might be the next to leave. The Brown story was never just about faith or plural marriage. It was about control, freedom, and the illusion of being chosen. And in 2025, that illusion finally shattered. Kody's confession exposed his distance from his children. Aurora's romance signaled a new generation breaking free. And Robyn's silence, that was the loudest confession of all. To understand how it all fell apart, fans began tracing the timeline, a digital forensic map of affection turned obsession. 2010, the honeymoon years, Kody and Robyn's laughter filled every episode. But 2014, Christine confided she felt invisible. Fans marked this as the first crack. 2018, Janelle quietly started therapy, calling it spiritual exhaustion. 2021, Meri's emotional separation went public, she said, "We're just friends." 2023, Aurora was first spotted with a mystery friend in Flagstaff. 2025, the words that changed everything, "Not my son's pain." Reddit threads became digital diaries, connecting every sigh, every silence. What they uncovered wasn't coincidence. It was a 15-year pattern of emotional gravity, pulling everyone toward collapse. If the pattern is real, how many hearts were casualties of Kody's control? To understand the psychology behind the Browns' unraveling, we asked relationship specialists what happens when one partner dominates the emotional script. Dr. Marissa Cole, family therapist. In systems built on unequal power, love becomes a performance. The favorite isn't envied, she's burdened. She carries the guilt of everyone else's resentment. Dr. Nathan Hale, sociologist of faith family. Plural marriages rely on rotation of attention. Remove that, and the favored spouse becomes both queen and captive. Suddenly, Robyn's tears made sense. She wasn't weeping for attention, she was mourning autonomy. And if experts are right, Robyn's silence may not be compliance, it may be the first sign of escape. By late 2025, the Sister Wives fandom had become a courtroom part sympathy, part fury. She won the husband but lost herself. The necklace vanishing was her SOS signal. Python's truth hurts, but Robyn's silence screams louder. Podcast hosts debated morality. Facebook moms compared it to their own toxic marriages. Across America, women saw their reflection in Robyn's exhaustion and Christine's freedom. What began as a reality show had turned into a mirror, a lesson about control, forgiveness, and the cost of being chosen. But one quiet interview clip, only seconds long, would silence even the loudest debates. Since filming ended, silence has settled over the Browns. Robyn hasn't spoken publicly in months. Aurora keeps her life offline. Kody remains defiant, insisting the world misunderstood his heart. Christine and Janelle, meanwhile, are thriving proof that healing sometimes begins where control ends. Filmed in Flagstaff, Arizona. Based on verified public interviews, fan archives. For more Sister Wives deep dives, subscribe to the Sister Wives Chronicles. Do you believe Robyn ever truly loved Kody? Or was it all about status and survival? Tell us in the comments. Hit like. If you felt the Brown family's pain, subscribe for more truth behind the show, and turn on the bell for next week's exclusive. Christine Janelle, The Life After Kody. Because in the Brown family, love was never the problem, control was.